So last week we start with the manual journal entry. So let me start from the journal, the journal categories and the sources. So how is it different from EBS? So I'm just adding a new source for this. So let me say the source name maybe KK. Uh, Fusion. So here we have two things basically that is new or that is not available in EBS environment. So one is that source key and the other one is accounting date rule. So others are like the freeze journal and import reference and request journal approval, all are similar. So what is that import are using the source key. So source key is nothing but while we are importing the journal entries, basically we have the description of it or the batch name for that. So if we are enabling this particular option, import using key, system will pick this as an journal name, and after that we will have a sequence of this numbering. So accordingly, system will generate the journal entry name. So that is the option that we have. And the other one what we have is that accounting date rule. So accounting rule date rule is nothing but if let's say we are importing on August, but the August period is closed. So what do we want to tell the system that how to take the action? So whether system should fail or system should leave as it is and import the transaction, our system will roll the date, that is take the available open period and import the transaction. So that is what accounting date rule. And the journal reference is just a reference that we will get from the subledger, so that we have it in EBS as well, similar to that. And even the require journal approval also the same thing. We have it in EBS. That is, if we want to enable approval for this journal or not. And then we have freeze. So freeze basically we have yes or no in EBS, but here we have the partial allow import. Import correction only. So if we allow this option, so basically system will allow us to do only corrections. So if we are enabling yes, system will not allow us to do any sort of journal correction or anything in the journal. Journal will be completely freezed. But in case of partial allow import correction, it will allow us to correct the data where it will download as kind of an web ID where we can update the data and we can repush the data. If it is no, it will not freeze the journal. We can basically make the changes before posting this. So this is
In
the
partial allow, to what extent it will allow? What extent it is partial?
it is only for the corrections import. If we are importing the, let's say we have a batch running every day, so we are importing this
Hmm.
particular batch. So after importing, system will allow only if there are any errors or any correction to be made. Apart from that, it will not allow us to do any sort of things inside this journal entry.
Okay. Can you just repeat what was source key? I just missed it.
Yeah, source key is nothing but we have this a journal batch name. So when you are importing a journal, basically it takes a particular combination to generate this batch name and numbering. So if we are enabling this option, basically whatever the term that we are giving it here in the source key, system will pick and generate the journal entry name.
Okay. So whatever you give, that name will be used instead of using a combination.
Yeah. No, even still we will have combination, but if at all we wanted to capture any combination, we can give as an source key.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is all about the journal source. It is almost similar to EBS with few additions like the partial allow import correction and the accounting date rule, and then using the key source key. So that's all we have. So I have created a name called KK Fusion, and I have said,
One more question,
yeah,
Arun. So in this accounting date rule, right?
yeah.
If I want the journal source to work, how it is working in EBS, so what should I give in that? I should be giving leave alone,
No, can you
because
repeat once?
if I no no if, what you're saying is this accounting date rule is not there in EBS, correct?
No.
So if I keep roll date, which means anything which is coming in August, if the August month is closed, it will automatically get changed to October.
Yeah, if that period is closed, it will take the immediate open period and it will place the date.
Okay, but I don't want that. I want to keep the same thing as it is. So, uh, uh, but so in that case, that's what I'm asking. So I can only keep leave alone. If I keep leave alone, which will lie over there, but it will not throw an error, or it will be like still in August period. We will not be able to post it. Is that
Yes,
right?
correct. Yes, correct.
And what is that fail? If I click on fail, which means you will get a notification or something like that.
No, import itself will get failed.
Okay, import program itself will get failed.
Yeah,
Okay, which means the journal itself will not be imported.
yeah, yes.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Shall we move?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Similarly, I'm giving for the what do you call the category as well. The same name I'm just replicating.
So for category, only these three fields are there.
Yeah, yes, that's it. We have only these three fields.
And do we have the concept of document sequencing assignment here? Same only.
Yeah, yes, we have similar thing. We have it here as
Okay,
well.
okay, okay.
Okay. So what we will do is that we have seen the AFDI last class, that is downloading directly from the application. So the other way of importing the journal entries is that FBDI. It is file-based data import. So basically how we did it for chart of accounts. So similarly, we have template for journal import where we will try to load through those templates. So I have downloaded the template and we will try to see that how it is working. I'll show one case. Are you able to see the screen? I mean the Excel sheet I'm sharing.
Yes.
Is it visible?
Yes, yes, visible.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So when we are loading this chart of account values, we were seeing that Oracle has basically given an instruction and the overview how this will work and all those things. Similarly, here as well, we have this overview and we have how to prepare the data and how to load it and what are the validations that we have and all those things will be there along with the Oracle recommendation. So since I don't have what do we call the hierarchy and all those things, this is only an journal import. So I have only one tab with me. I'll just explain each field. So basically, status code is nothing but always it is new. So you can just select from here. And ledger ID, I'll just take to this, like how to find this ledger ID from the application. Basically, in ABS, if we wanted to understand this or get this ledger ID, we will have to get from the backend. But in Fusion, we can just get from the front end. I'll just show how we can get from the front end.
Even business unit ID, everything we can get it from front end only.
Business unit ID, similarly, we can get in front end itself.
Okay. Okay. Even in EBS also we can take it from front end. Only thing is we have to go to the diagnostics.
Record, yeah.
Oh, from this is the ledger ID.
Yeah.
So manage primary ledger. There you go. You will automatically find the ledger ID.
Yeah, yes. From here view, actually, we can see this query by example. It's column actually. So here, if we wanted to
Okay.
hide or add any column, we can hide or add it. Like if we want to disable, we can disable. And if we want to enable, just we will go to column and we will enable this
Even
option.
we can bring more columns also.
Whatever column it is listed here, we can take actually.
Manage columns will not be there. Any additional
Yeah,
columns?
that's whatever we have it here,
Okay.
we can
Okay.
take it.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
This is which screen in EBS, Sajesh?
No,
Or this is a very
this is a fusion screen. We don't have this concept in EBS only. That ledger ID we cannot see, and even column also we cannot hide and show.
okay, but in which this is where like this is which
This is the
point?
ledger screen.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, so I have navigated to manage primary ledger. So from there, I have queried our ledger, that is KK ledger, and we are just trying to get this ledger ready because if we wanted to upload this journal import process, we will need ledger ID. So we are just copying from here. So I'm just showing like how to get the ledger ID in Fusion.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on.
Okay. Okay, I'm resharing the template, the Excel sheet. So basically, we have taken the ledger ID and then we have given the effective date, that is the transaction date, and we have also given the journal entry date. And maybe we will select the one which we created. Okay, so others are like understandable, like the currency code, and we have the actual, and then we have the segment one and segment two. Since we have created only two segments, I have given it. So here, if you see, Oracle has given the maximum segments that we can use, that is till 30. So since we have created only two, I have only given two, and then we have entered debit and credit. Then if you are using the foreign currency, maybe we will have the converted debit and credit as well. And I'm just giving the batch name, batch and journal name. I have given it, and I have just given the group ID. Let me give group ID 8091. And I have given the ledger name as well. So since we
So
don't have, yeah.
how to know which are the fields are mandatory and which is not mandatory from this template?
And this template basically mandatory, and this thing we have marked with what do you call the red symbol, or the what do you call
Star,
it, the
asterisk,
star.
asterisk.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
asterisk.
Okay, fine.
So mostly it is optional. Only if you are mandatory actually.
Mhm.
Okay. So we have given the values. So that is, I have just given a simple two line, that is debit and credit. Sorry. So I'm creating this as an CSV file. So importing process, it is similar to what we did for COA loading. So that is load interface file. So after that, we will include the concurrent program, that is import journals.
I mean, we are not able to see the screen other than this Excel.
Yeah,
Arun.
just
This is just you are trying to create a journal, manual journal entry using Excel, right? Using Excel upload.
yeah, yes, correct. If we have a bulk upload, we can use this option basically.
Hmm.
So this will allow more in maybe even 40, 50,000 rows. It will allow us to upload. You will not have any performance issue also.
Okay.
Okay, so I have added the program import journal, and I have attached the file that we have created as an CSV.
Okay. Can we submit a request set also, like
Yeah, yes,
what
we
we have
can
in,
submit.
and we can create also our own request set?
Creating request set in the sense you are asking about the concurrent program.
Yeah, multiple concurrent programs. I want to put it in a request set, and whenever I run, I will run only that request set. Is it possible?
That we haven't worked on. Basically, we have given only the single reports. Like, on what cases we will have the request set, like any particular case, we will have
Yeah,
multiple.
yeah. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to create a request set, and one request set is for, let's say, doing an AP invoice validation. And in
Okay,
that same request set, once after the program is completed successfully, I wanted to run the journal import.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
this
that's
is
how I
in
wanted to do it.
the seeded one basically.
Okay.
Yeah, it is seeded functionality basically. So the custom one we haven't taken up as an set of it.
But we can configure. I just wanted to know that only.
Yeah, like this way you are asking, I think. So we will have one program and we will have other two programs attached to this primary.
Yeah, correct, correct, correct.
Yeah, basically we have it, but custom, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll check and I'll get back to you, like how to create.
Okay,
But we have options are there.
okay.
So the program is done. It is in success. So I'm just navigating to journals and I'll import this journal what we have uploaded.
But we have run that import journal program, na?
Yeah, we have run, but some cases it will not pick actually. After we attach that, basically system will push the data, and from there we will have to attach our group ID and import the journals.
Okay, you have selected import journal, journals, right? That program you have
Yeah.
selected to run.
Mm.
So that will only post it till interface table. You're saying.
Yeah, it will post into interface table. From interface table, we will give the group ID and we will get into base table.
Okay, but in that program itself, import journal program itself, you cannot run with the group ID
Yeah, there
as
we
a
don't have
parameter.
option. If you see, we have attached only the import journal, I mean the program name, but we will not be
Uh,
able to attach the group IDs.
I know, because in current EBS there is a parameter, right? So here we don't have any parameters as such.
Yeah, parameter here we don't have. They have given it separately. Like if the same program we can run from the schedule process as well, but we will have to run separately only.
Hmm.
But what is the group ID? This is the basic option that is available, right, for import journal.
Yeah, group
But
ID is
group
what
ID,
we have given it in Excel sheet before we were uploading. So we gave 8091. I'll just show one just a
no,
minute.
I will tell
Yeah.
Abhishek. See, for example, if there are like 10 journals, okay, and in that
Mm,
5 journals you are putting under one group ID, and remaining 5 you can put under different group ID. So what
mm,
happens is everything will be grouped as one journal batch.
mm,
So or maybe one journal, I can say mostly one journal, not a batch. One journal it will group. If I have 10 lines, in the ten
mm.
lines I can give 5 lines. I one group ID, another 5 lines, another group ID.
To make
Okay.
it two different journals.
Uh, yeah, I can say like we can say like that, right, Arun?
Yeah, yes, correct. It will make two different journals.
Two different journals. So what happens is like 5 will be one journal, and if you wanted to import only 5, remaining 5 you don't want to import now, then you can give a
Mm,
group ID in the
understood.
parameter here.
Yeah, here.
So it eventually, even if it gets imported, Arun, you were telling that it can get imported only till interface. That's what you were telling, right?
The earlier
Like
process
no.
you're saying.
Oh, okay, okay.
The earlier
No,
process
I
will
missed.
only till in interface. This one will take it to base table.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, fine. Okay, so I have selected the group IDs. So basically, we have given it an Excel sheet that is 8091. So let me submit and get this particular journal into Fusion application.
Did you give a journal name there in the Excel?
Yeah, we gave journal name. So we just gave HW test.
Okay.
So it will be under our attribute basically. We will have it in brackets. So this is our batch name. So this is batch description and this is batch entry name and journal entry description.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, our import process is done. So maybe we can check in our journal. Okay, so this is our journal basically. So it has been imported with the source KK Fusion. So let me try to open this. So if you see here, we have enabled the source key. So what we have given as a journal batch is only the HW test. But since we have enabled the source key as well, system has taken KK underscore fusion as well. So this is basically the journal batch name and journal name will be generated by the system. So we can see that
So
the source, yeah.
yeah. So there is one correction. Abhishek.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, Abhishek. So this group ID I was telling that group ID, even multiple journals can have same group ID. All will be
Hmm.
tied to a batch. So if I have multiple group IDs, then multiple batch will be generated. It doesn't mean multiple
Hmm.
journals will be generated. Only multiple batch.
Okay. Okay.
So group ID is to create a batch. So one group ID I can have
So
5 journals created under one batch.
okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So
this is
so that's
our
why. So basically, one group ID is equivalent to 1:1 with the batch, not 1 is to
Yeah, with
1
the
with the
batch.
journal.
Yeah, correct. Correct.
yeah, in our case
Yeah,
it is 1:1, so I mean it applies similar thing. Yeah, but what you're saying is correct. Like we will for a batch we will have multiple journals.
yeah, correct. Correct. So I can give the group ID to multiple journals also, same group IDs,
Yeah,
if it is under one batch.
yeah. So I'll just post this transaction. So FPDA will be basically useful if a business is running kind of an let's say we create all the transaction in the subledger, and on the end of the day we will just take the extract and we will load it, or maybe we will take it from the third party system and maybe we are loading it, or maybe we are migrating the trial balance. For those cases, this FBDI will help a lot in terms of the performance or loading a huge values. It will help more because we can load in thousands. So that is about FPTA and I mean, we have basically two ways of loading. One is using the template, and the other one is we have a spreadsheet that we can download from here. So that we saw in last class, create journal and spreadsheet. And we have seen the manual journal creation as well. So now we have created the journals, and we will try to reverse this particular journal what we have created. Yeah, so this is enabled, and I'll just show. So if you see here, we will just click reverse and we will be able to reverse this particular transaction.
Even in R2 also we have this reverse option, no?
Yeah, yes, Atol also we have reverse option. Similar thing only.
Yeah.
So only thing is we will have to attach the reversal criteria. Maybe I'll show, like, after reversing this, I'll show how to define this criteria and how is this working. So actually to test one case, I have defined the reversal criteria and I have attached this with ledger. So that is why system is allowing us to reverse this particular transaction.
Yeah. If that ledger doesn't have a reversal criteria, then which means we'll not be able to reverse any journal in that ledger.
Yeah, correct.
That is there in R2 also. When we define the ledger, we have
Yes.
to give a reversal criteria, right?
Yeah, yes. For the default category and sources which was given by Oracle, we will have it. But apart from that, we will have to define the criteria for those things.
Yeah. Right.
So maybe we know that, but just I'm just
Yeah, just show, no issues.
so you just click manage journal reversal criteria set. So for each category that we have defined, basically we will have the rules that we can define for each categories. So the category that we have taken is that KK underscore
Okay.
future. Okay, so here I can even select the reversal period, but I have selected no default so that I can pick from there. And even if I'm selecting maybe the next period, I can select the date as well as first day. And if I wanted to choose the method, how do I want to reverse that also I can select from here. So this option basically in EBS we will have at while we are defining the subledger options. So where
Yeah,
we will
correct.
see how to summarize this option. So here they have kept under reversal criteria. So if we want to enable the automatic reversal option, that we can enable. Whether we wanted only the automatic reversal or also the posting. So I have just clicked none. So after this, I'll attach this particular thing what we have created in Ledger. So we'll go to define ledger. From there, define accounting configuration. Under that, we will have specified ledger options.
Arun, 1 minute.
Yeah.
The entry that you have created, did you show that entry or I missed?
I mean, we actually didn't create manually. We loaded with the Excel sheet.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
understood.
entry
So
was that entry was shown. If you want, he can show.
Yeah, we can go back. No problem. I'll just
okay,
show.
that screen, in that screen only you selected one and you did a reversal,
Yeah,
right?
he
Yes,
selected in
correct.
reverse. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
I got it.
screen.
Continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So we have just attached the journal reversal criteria. So unless we attach this, we will not be able to reverse particular transaction.
Where is journal reversal criteria?
Just a minute. So you wanted to see the rule or like where will we attach?
No, where yeah, just come down, come down.
Just come down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here in the reversal side. What he did now, no, that he created a criteria set as KK. The same criteria set he added here, the reversal.
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want, maybe we can create a manual JV and we can reverse that as well if you want. Yeah, should we create or we can move on?
Abhishek, what do you say?
We can create one, na?
Yeah, fine. Okay. I'll just navigate to journals and I'm just creating a manual entry, create journal. So I'll just say 6090.
Why the journal batch and name are not mandatory?
I mean, I
If
don't
you
know.
don't give automatically, it will select some default value.
No, I don't think it will select default value and all, but uh, So I have created a manual entry and I'm just posting this transaction.
Oh, automatically it is selected batch and
Yeah, it is just saying manual.
whereas in EBS it is mandatory.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, let's move on. Abhishek, you are clear, right? How to create a journal?
Yeah.
And do you want to see the reversal or we can move on?
No, it's okay. We can move on.
Okay, fine.
Reversal same screen only, na? Whatever you have shown.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
So basically, we have seen the normal upload option, and then we have seen the manual entry. We have seen the reversal, and now let's try to create an foreign currency journal. So I'll just show. I mean that is a simple thing, but still I'm just showing where do we define this daily rates and all these things.
Okay. In currencies you might see, right?
Yeah, under
Yes,
currencies.
sorry, the um,
So under manage conversion rate, basically we will give daily rates. So we have the rate types. We will basically define the rate types here. So after defining the rate types, we will give the daily rates.
okay.
So maybe we can select INR and we can select a particular period.
Mm-hmm.
So since already it is defined for most of the rate types, so maybe we can avoid this, but this is the way that we will add the rates.
Yeah, and can you try to delete one rate?
Yeah, sure.
So what is the procedure to delete? You have to create in spreadsheet and then again reload.
Yeah, from spreadsheet we will reload it.
Oh, otherwise you cannot do a delete here from the screen.
You want to delete this?
I just wanted to delete only one rate. I don't want to delete everything. Maybe the
Okay.
first one, USD to INR, that one.
No, basically we will not delete the rate actually. If you see here, we have only the view and the format options, but we will not be able to delete the values that we have
No,
loaded.
in EBS, I can delete now. For example, I have a corporate rate and that I am creating INR to USD to INR corporate rate maybe for February 1st.
Yeah.
And then February 2nd, I've created a different date. But I wanted to delete the first one, which I might have wrongly loaded. I don't want to keep it only. So I can go and click on delete button and it will get deleted. Here we cannot do that.
Yeah, we can only edit. If you want to change maybe from 70 to 65, we can change. But I don't think we have the delete option for the currency conversion.
Okay, so if I, in case I wrongly configured the conversion for the future,
Yeah.
but I don't wanted that to use for now. Maybe I wanted to inactivate it. If I don't wanted to delete, at least I wanted to inactivate it. Otherwise, if I create some future date, it will automatically take that particular currency exchange rate. That shouldn't happen. So to inactivate it, what should I do? That also is not possible.
Yeah, inactive also we don't have basically. If you see, we can change only the rates. That is, we can change from 70 to 65 or the inverse of it.
Yes, we have an option to delete. Here we don't have an option. At least transactions and all we can delete here, or that is also not possible.
Transaction in the sense, the AP invoices you're saying.
Yeah, invoices.
AP invoices, I mean, we wanted to delete or you wanted to, I mean,
I wanted to delete. I wanted to delete. Currently, people they used to go and delete. AP and ER, we have an
okay.
option to delete. So they just go and delete. So I'm just asking, you don't want to go now, maybe do some PEC, APR, module, then you can see. And what about the value set values? So today, we have
Hmm.
shown that value set values, right? Chart of
Hmm.
account. And
Yes.
then two values, company and this one. So there, if I wanted to delete, that is also not possible.
Yeah, that is also not possible actually.
So basically, delete functionality itself is not there in Fusion, if you ask me.
Yeah, most of the places they have restricted actually.
Oh, okay. So which
Yeah,
means
but
Delete of
chart
what?
of
Delete of what, Sajesh?
delete of everything. See, if I currently yes I can create a category, I can delete it. I can create on source journal source, I can delete it. I can create currency exchange rates and then I can delete it. I can create on
Hmm.
AP invoice, delete it. Values and values like we create RE1, RE2, RE3. If I don't want to use RE2, RE3, then I go and delete it and I create something else. So
Hmm.
that kind of
Hmm.
option is not here. Here you cannot do a deletion at all. Most of the places. Like we can only do a modification. We can go and update the values, but we will not be able to delete it. Once created is created forever. We can only change the values. We will not be able to delete it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
so can we move on?
Yeah, one more point.
Yeah.
Uh, in this rate only, can you go to the
Hmm.
daily rates?
Yeah. Yes.
So I wanted to create. Can we create one rate for one whole month? I mean,
Yeah,
like
we can create.
yeah, just take some new currency so that it will not be there. Can you take
Okay.
USD to, let's keep KWD.
Okay.
Some currencies USD and keep KWD, two currency, and then let's try to create one.
So we'll
Yeah.
define a new currency maybe.
Currency is already there, na?
I mean, okay, let me check. What you are saying is KW.
Yeah, anything, whatever it is, whichever has not been configured, you can take that.
Okay.
You can take AED also, no issues. Above it was there, AED. Anything which you think is not configured in system. Yeah, fine.
Okay,
AED.
maybe I'll check the dates if this is not configured.
Yeah, okay, fine. And keep rate type. That is configured. Huh?
Yeah, this is almost configured.
I mean, it is only corporate is configured, I guess. You can take some other rate type. No?
Okay, I'll take user maybe. I'll take maybe fixed rate.
Is it mandatory that you have to create from the screen only, or you can directly create there itself?
No, there we cannot create actually. If you see there, we will have option only to search. We will have to load it
Oh,
actually.
okay. So again, that is also one more concern. Because in EBS today, you can create 1 month, you can directly create. You don't have to do
Yes,
any
yes.
this one
Yeah.
in the screen itself, directly from the screen. That will be more easy rather than opening this form, this Excel and loading. Okay. I mean, from date and to date, I think you have not given. You have given
I've
USD daily.
given this one mistake.
How do you know which date format you have to use?
Yeah, system will automatically take actually.
Automatically take. Okay, fine. Okay. So once after, okay, you do this, but once after you create this, maybe I create a mistake. Like conversion rate is 25. Maybe it should
Okay.
have been 26. So in
Okay.
that case, after creation, what should I do then?
Yeah, we can change that. I'll try to create change it.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So if you see, we have changed from 25 to 20. So that is only for
Yeah.
31st.
Okay. So which means if I wanted to change whole month, I have to go and keep on changing every day.
Yeah, yes.
One time update is not possible.
Yeah, on time update, it is not possible.
Okay. These kind of improvisations, I do not know when they are going to do. Oracle. Okay, fine. Yeah, proceed. Sorry. Sorry to stop you. I just wanted to
No
see whether they
problem.
have done some changes on this or not.
So do we want to see this foreign currency journal or we can move on?
I think we can move on because only the currency and the rate you will
Yeah,
put. Apart from that, everything is same now.
yes,
Abhishek,
yes.
you tell you wanted to see the foreign currency journal
No, it's okay.
because the only change he is going to do is he will change the currency and then he will put the exchange rate there. That's it.
Okay, okay.
Two columns he will add and then that will be a foreign currency.
Okay. So maybe the next thing we can see the budget part.
Just one news, if you guys are interested. Dhoni
Yes,
has
Abhishek.
retired
Wow, at last,
at last.
from all formats of cricket.
Yes, like he has posted in his Instagram. From
So,
1929 hours, consider me retired.
so which means no final send-off match and all for him.
No, no, nothing.
Arun, you are a Dhoni fan?
No, I just
He
watch
must be
cricket
in it.
for entertainment.
Okay. Okay.
All Chennai, all Chennaites are Dhoni fan.
Yeah, mostly they are because of IPL.
Okay.
Okay, the first setup that for the budget is that
So yeah,
enabling.
one more thing. So here,
Yeah,
uh, yeah, yeah. Even I have not worked on the budgeting part. Can you just give a brief introduction what we can use it for instead of going to the setups?
okay,
So it will be helpful. Yeah.
yeah, sure. So basically, we
Yeah,
have.
budgeting is pretty new.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, no problem. So if we take budgeting, so we have two things when we speak about the budget. So one is the normal budget which we use, and the other is encumbrance. So the difference between the budget and the encumbrance is that in budget we will allocate a particular set of amount for a particular period if we know this is the expense that I will make on the given period. Let's say I'll pay rent every month. So I know that I will pay 10,000 for this particular year. So what I will do is that starting from January to December for the rent, I'll allocate 10,000 rupees or maybe for a year 1,20,000 rupees. So this I know. So this we call budget. So for a given period, we will try to restrict our spending. And then we have encumbrance. So encumbrance is something where we don't know what will happen or what are we going to procure in next maybe 12 months. So for example, we can say that we are we are into the manufacturing industry. So we might require maybe 100 quantities of raw material or we might need 120 quantities of raw material, even though we have the analysis and the market trends taken out based on the analysis, but still it might go up or down, or maybe we will not know how to manage this. So even though we don't know, if we wanted to have control on our finance, so what we will do is that we will enable this encumbrance. so that we will control our expenditure and we can maximize our profit ratio. So this is the basic thing between both the ledger, the budget and encumbrance. But the basic understanding is that we wanted to restrict our spendings is what we call budget or the encumbrance.
Encumbrance. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, encumbrance is something that we don't know, like the expense ratio, and we wanted to have a control of it. Like in case of rent, we know that this is what going to happen. But in case of this is what we call budget. In case of encumbrance, we don't know this is the expense that we are going to incur. So that is why if you take budget, this will happen at the ledger. In EBS, we will have only at the GL part if we speak about the budget. But whereas the encumbrance, it will happen at the purchasing, it will happen at the receipt, it will happen at the invoicing. So it will happen at multiple places like the purchasing and the invoicing part. The reason being is that we will not know that we are going to purchase so and so stationery items or so and so items that is required for our raw material things. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we got. So which means what you're saying is for all the let's say operational related items,
yeah,
um, or the capex items, which is like a known figure. So
yes,
we can put that, we can ideally forecast it and then keep it in our managed budgetary controls in EVS, so that it will not have an issue. So like how we are creating a recurring journal, it will keep on doing its own thing, whatever we have configured. But for the encumbrance, you're saying that if you want to keep a limit, a threshold on some of the expenses which we are making, then that can be configured using this encumbrance.
yes, correct. Basically, if we are able to focus or we are not able to focus, it's going to differentiate whether this is in budget or the encumbrance.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. So Abhishek, you have any doubt on this?
No, no, I understood.
Okay.
Maybe when we go
But
deep,
yeah,
we
yeah.
can
When
ask
we
more.
go deep, we will get more questions.
Okay.
So first tell me, this define budgetary control and define encumbrance accounting are the mandatory configuration, or it is only optional configuration?
No, this is only optional. This is not mandatory
Okay, fine. Yeah.
because companies might use budget and or the encumbrance. They might not use ARC as well. Like there are most of the companies where they don't use budget.
Okay. But in EBS also we have this concept, right?
Yeah, EBS also we have. So only thing or only difference between the EBS and the fusion part is that in EBS, when we say this is an budget, it will work only on a ledger level. That is only on a GL level, where
Mm-hmm.
this will not be applicable for the subledger modules like AP and the other modules,
Yeah.
expense modules. But here in Fusion, it will be applicable also for the subledger modules like AP.
Budget you are saying.
Yeah, budget.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
And what kind of maybe we can see it as you go ahead. But basically, what kind of controls it will give? That is what we need to. I guess I need to see it.
So basically, we will define budget for a particular account code combination. So let's say we, in our
Okay.
case, 10,000 is our company and
Hmm.
2331 is an account. So for this combination, we will allocate 10,000 for rent or any other purpose for this particular account. So above this
Okay.
limit, we will not be able to spend or we will need to increase our spendings or the budget. So
So
again, here we have
Okay.
yeah,
yeah, so which means I just have a question. So let's say in AP module, I'm posting some of the rent feed, and that rent feed I will always post into some certain account, which may be one account.
yeah.
So if I enable budget on that particular feed, and monthly I owe my landlord only 10,000. In case if I create 11,000, it automatically restricts. Correct?
Yes, there are two of yeah. Just give me a minute.
Yeah. Just open. Yeah, we are unnecessarily confusing you. You open it and you show us. Then we will
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah. So here, if you see, we have two things. So one is for the business unit, and the other is for ledger. But whereas we don't have this option for our EPS. This is new in Fusion. So let me query the ledger that what we have created. So I'll take KK ledger. So if you see here, budgetary control hasn't enabled.
Okay.
I'm just enabling the budgetary control. So here, if you see, whether we wanted to have only for the ledger, or we wanted to have also for the project, or either for the ledger or the project.
So currently you have enabled only the project module. So for our project is coming. If we enable payable module, then payable also will come here.
Yeah, payable will also come. No, this is next step actually. As a part of next step, we will see like how we will enable also for the subledger module. So this
Oh,
is
okay, okay, okay,
yeah, this is just enabling for a ledger that this ledger can use budgetary controls.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
And what is this project here? You're speaking about the projects module or something
yeah,
else?
project module.
Okay, okay.
So here, if you see, these are exceptions. So exceptions is nothing but if the journal source is revaluation, system will not calculate the budget, because for the revaluation and the opening balance, closing balance, we will not need any restriction. So that is why we are giving this. Similarly, if there are some cases where for a particular journal sources, we don't want to restrict on a particular budget, then we can give the exception here. So that system will allow only those particular journal source to eliminate or take off this budget control.
Okay.
Okay. So we have enabled budget.
We have enabled budget at the ledger level.
Yes, correct. So now we have created the budget, and we will try to create a calendar for our budget. So I have just selected the budgetary control only, and I have given the number of period, that is 12, that is monthly budget. Or if you wanted to have the quarterly basis, maybe we will have to give 4. So we have given the start date. So I'll click next. So this is how system will create. So we will have to give the start date and end date here in this case, because if we wanted to have different date range, that we can define. So that is why Oracle has defined this way, that we will select the end dates.
Okay, so if I wanted to select the period like Jan 1 to Jan 31st, something like that, automatically if it wanted to select, there is no option. It will always
Yeah, for this
manual
we don't have automatic option.
Okay, okay.
So the one which is in this period, it will be considered for budgetary control. That's what you are asking.
Yes, yes, correct.
Okay.
So in case if I say for a first month, within 10 days I'll be using all my purchases and expenses and all those things, and after 10th onwards I am going to only do a receiving part. So I if I wanted to enable only budgeting for the first 10 days, then that is possible here.
Yes, you can enable only for the 10 days also.
Yeah, okay. 10 days for all the categories whichever we have given.
Yeah, again there, if you want to have exception, we can have.
Okay. So this is only
Basically,
at
it
the
is.
journal category.
Yeah, category is for exception, but apart from that, it will apply for the entire ledger.
An entire ledger, and even if I wanted to restrict by the accounts, that is also possible.
Yes, yes, correct. We can restrict by accounts as well.
Okay. Yeah, Abhishek, you are saying something.
Yeah, no. It answered my question. I also had the same. So basically, that exceptions that you defined in the previous, that only for those sources it won't apply, and it will apply for entire ledger.
Yeah, yes, correct.
And for exception for the accounts, you will show it, right?
Yeah, yes,
After
yes,
this.
we will see.
Okay.
What is the latest version, Arun, Fusion? R13.
Fusion
After that,
R13 is the latest one.
there is no version they released.
Yeah, after that, no release actually. They are just giving on the R13 itself, we have 2022, something like that. We have the latest releases. There are one
Oh,
or two.
R13.22 itself it came, huh?
Yeah, that is the latest, but I mean, I'll check with the version name. I think it is 22D or something. I'll check and I'll confirm.
And if in case I take R13 in my company, and what my activity that I can upgrade it to 20, they happen in the bracket and done done by Oracle, or we have to do something.
Sorry, your voice is breaking.
I'm saying that see after R13 there are like
Hmm.
22 versions it came, right?
Yeah.
So if I get a license for R13, then all these 22 versions, if I wanted to upgrade it, do I need to do something, or Oracle will automatically upgrade it
No,
to
Oracle
the
will
backup?
update it. We don't need to do anything. So that is why they are asking us to take the SaaS model basically. So we don't need to do anything.
Oh.
So we have created the calendar for our budget. So we will try to give the control for our budget.
And can I create multiple calendar for the budget based on my ledgers?
For one ledger, multiple calendar.
No. For one ledger, one budget calendar.
Yeah, that we can create. We can create multiple budgets. I mean, did that answer or your question
Yeah,
is
it
different?
answered. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is what I was saying, that we have at subledger, and we have also at the ledger level. So if you see here, so I'll go one by one. So this is the budget name that we are giving. I'm just saying KK budget, and the budget calendar what we have created. I'm just attaching, and periods just from there we can select. So I'm just selecting from 1 to 12. And here source, if you see, we have different options. So we have control budget, we have others, and no budget, in the sense we don't want to use the budget option. And the other one is Hyperion planning. So this is a separate module. So where it is based out with the Hyperion thing, whatever we had. Similarly, they have taken it and taken as an cloud planning. So this is entirely separate module. I mean, even I haven't worked on this Hyperion also. So we have worked only the basic thing, like the control budget, and how does the budget affect our subledger and the GL part.
So if you wanted to enable Hyperion planning, then you have to have Hyperion tool.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
So there are few connections between that actually. So we have just given as a separate module. So from there
Yeah,
it will
okay.
communicate. So that we have to set up. So where we will
Okay,
connect
perfect.
here. And, okay. So Hyperion planning is one option that we have, that we will connect with the Hyperion application, what we have it with Oracle Cloud as in planning and budgeting. And apart from that, we have other options. So that is control budget. So control
Control
budget is,
budget is within EBS, within Fusion.
yeah, within Fusion
It's
is
basic.
correct.
Okay. Yeah, fine.
Even Hyperion, it is within Fusion, but this is separate module or the offering. So
Okay.
unless we configure that, we will not be able to use all the functionalities of Hyperion.
Okay.
Yeah. So then we have the normal budget, and we have the control budget. So control budget is something where we will set up a budget, and apart from that, we will add another budget, and we will attach the source budget. If you see the control budget, if we enable this particular option, system will ask us to attach the source budget. But whereas if we select the others, it will take this as an primary budget.
Okay.
The system will automatically give the name for our budget. So here we are defining the currencies. So if we have a requirement to handle different currencies at the budget, we will have to define different budgets.
So in this one only, control budget, if you take, then I need to have one source budget created with the source budget type as other. Then only I can create a control budget. Is that right?
No, if it is
No.
control
So for
budget, yeah,
example,
yes, yes,
KK
correct,
KK
correct.
budget. Yeah,
Yes,
KK budget. I am creating it as other now.
yes,
And now
correct.
next I wanted to create KK budget one. Then I can select this control and select KK budget as a
Yes,
source budget.
correct, correct.
Okay. Okay.
Is control budget basically taking a copy of one you have already created and trying to tweak it?
Yeah. It will basically takes the options what we have given it for the other budget, and from there this control budget will copy down the features from there.
Okay, got it.
So we have just given the currency and the rate type. So here we have the four types or four control levels. So if you take in EBS, we have the absolute, we have advisory, and we have none. In Fusion, we have the other option also like track. So track is nothing but only for a reporting purpose. So apart from that, this will not restrict a user to enter or exceed the given budget limits. This is one option. And the second option what we have is that advisory. So advisory is something it will give us the warning that the budget has reached the limit, but still we will be able to make the transaction or post the particular ledger into our GL module. But whereas if we choose absolute, in case of absolute, system will restrict us. We will not be able to post any journal entries. So for now, I will take absolute and we will verify like how system is restricting us. So this is like tolerance. If at all we wanted to have the tolerance, we can set like maybe 5%, or if you want to give a set of amount that we can give.
Mm.
I
Then
mean,
we
for
have,
track, what you said, Arun, sorry, I missed that part.
yeah, track is only for and reporting purpose, where it will not give us warning or it will not restrict us. So it will just move as it is. It will not give any sign that it has reached the limit.
Okay, fine.
Only for a tracking purpose. That's it.
Advisory is only warning. Stop, stop.
Yeah, it's only warning.
Okay,
Only absolute is restriction.
okay, you are going to show in absolute only, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That is your ringtone, Arun.
yeah. So,
That
Some,
ringtone, I feel you are scaring the entire house for everyone.
I thought some ambulance only.
I think I didn't add the budget role. Just so before giving the control budget, I mean attaching the budget manager. So basically, we have to give the roles for this particular user. So I'll just add role in security console. Sorry.
Hello, hi, can you hear me? Arun?
Hello.
It's not a control budget, na?
I mean, it is a control budget only. But, okay, let me check once.
It was others you have selected. I do not know whether.
Okay, let me check once. Okay, for now, let me take the one. Let me come back and change this. Okay. So the other options are like we have, if we want to increase the budget, let's say we have given for 1,20,000 and there is a slight change and we wanted to have maybe 1,50,000. So do we want our system to increase or decrease the budget? So that is what about allow budget increase adjustments. And if we want to decrease below the funds available, that also we can do. And we have other option that is override. Whether do we want to override this setup that what we have given? I mean, basically the exception part. If you wanted to have, we can have. Then we have the budget segment. So basically, we are enabling mostly for the account segment. So for company, if you are enabling it, then it will restrict mostly like the entire ledger restriction. So it is account. And then if you have the parent and child combination, then we can enable the tree as well. So that it will work based on the parent and child relationship as well. Then we have the supplemental rule. So supplemental rule is something that here if you see, we have given for the entire ledger. We didn't give for a particular account range. So this will apply for this particular segment completely. So if we want to override this particular combination, that is not for the entire segment, but only for a few values, that we there we can define supplemental rule. So here if you see, we will select a business unit. So here again we will have the absolute and advisory. So let's say we have selected absolute at the header level, that is in the previous setup, we have given absolute to restrict. So for this particular combination, if we want to give the advisory, so system will override the earlier setup and system will consider the supplemental setup. Okay. So similarly here also we have the tolerance limit to enable. And if you want to enable for a particular set of accounts, that also we can give it from here. So here I can give specific values. By clicking the value details, we can attach specific values from where to where we wanted to have control. That we can give here. So for now, I will have control on all the values. So this is again depends on our segment level
All the
validation.
various reasons I didn't get that. Sorry, can you please come there?
Yeah, which one? The segment filters.
Segment filters, yeah.
Yeah, segment filters. So basically, we have given this combination for the entire segment. That is not for a
Oh, okay,
particular
okay.
range. So
Yeah.
here, if you want to have, let's say, from account 1 to 10, that we can define for a specific values.
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So basically, here we have given the account segment. Apart from that, we have additional segment, maybe the project segment. If you wanted to have the control, that also we can give. So we don't have other segment. We have only the company. So I mean, I'm just leaving this option, but we can enable for the other segment also. So that is why the additional segment filters. And here we will see the what do you call the subledger wise the restriction if you want to have. So business function. So we can click here. So if you see, we wanted to have if we want to have for the journal entry and the payable invoice purchasing, for those things also we can use this particular option. So similarly, we have the journal source as well. So if we want to restrict any particular source that we can do, or we can enable for all the sources or the categories. So here as
Okay.
well, if you want to have only for the expense, we can have. So mostly we will enable this option only for the expense account types.
Okay.
So receiving destination, like if we have the inventory and expense, so that also we can enable. So basically, supplemental rule is something that if we want to override the header level setup and we wanted to have a specific set of values to be got into the control, that we can define at supplemental rule.
Okay.
So we will save this particular budget, and if you see here the status, it will say that not ready for use. So we will have to make it prepare. So let's say there is a case that we have included maybe out of 100 accounts, we have included 50 accounts, and by mistake we didn't include another 20 accounts in the supplemental rule. So we will not be able to edit the setup what we have given. So what we have to do is that we will have to end this particular supplement rule and we will have to close this, and again we will have to redefine this particular budget.
Oh,
Yeah, that is one restriction that we have it in this fusion. So I'm just clicking prepare for use. So like if you see here, we will be seeing the cubes generating for each budget. The reason being is that since this is touching the accounting part of it, it is creating the cubes. So wherever we have the accounting impact, system will create cubes for those setups or the transactions. Okay, so this is done. So maybe we can navigate and we can.
Wherever we have the accounting impact, what do you said the last line?
Yeah, where we have the accounting impact, system will create cubes for us.
Okay.
Since we are applying for the particular account code combination, system is creating the cube for this. So that this will help us in terms of reporting aspects. So maybe we will see after once we complete this budget part, we will see
You
the
have taken
simple.
all. Sorry to interrupt. You have taken all in the account code combination, all segments into consideration.
Yes, correct.
You have done.
Yeah.
You have taken account segments, no, or you have taken all the segments?
No, account segment. Basically, we have only two segments, the
Yeah.
company
But you
and
have taken, yeah, you have taken account segments for the budget.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This seems like a logical break. Can we stop here today?
Yeah, fine, no problem.
Yeah. Just
Fine,
go.
Sajesh.
Yeah, I'm okay. So just tell me on this what is pending in the budget part so that we will note
Budget
it down.
part, we have done the configuration. So the next step is to check the status of the budget, and from there we will upload the budget. So that is through the spreadsheet. So after that, we will try to check with a few transactions. That is on the
What about allocating budget that we have not done, till now?
allocating budget in the sense you are saying mass allocation, or you are
No,
saying
not
about.
mass allocation. I'm saying that if I wanted to
Hmm.
have an account as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I wanted to allocate some $50,000 for that particular
Yeah,
account,
yeah,
and more
yeah.
than that, operations that will should stop,
Yes, yes.
restrict me.
Yeah,
So that
yeah,
allocation part is not done, na?
yeah. That is not done. So that is what we will upload through the Excel sheet.
Okay, fine then, fine. Then so that part we will see day after tomorrow's class.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fine.
then we will stop for today because it has been long session, 2 hours
Okay, okay,
almost.
fine, fine. Yeah, no.
Okay, you also take rest.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Enjoy your weekend. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bye.
sure. Enjoy too.